Call it Motown, call it the Motor City. To Lions fans, this is home. Ford Field in downtown Detroit. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. To the air right away is Hurts. That one taken in by T. Higgins. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Here's a first carry for their running back, and he's got it. First down, a pickup of 4.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Hurts looking to throw on first down. Going up top. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
On the ground, here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And this play's going nowhere, taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. That's good for 27 and a first down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
Here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll set up to throw. This is caught at the 2. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard now?
And that big offensive loss, clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Vikings. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. The extra point is good. And the Vikings will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No.
Entering accessibility screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to off.
Back forthcoming, and the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Hurts. He's going to run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll throw it left and has his running back.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll run on 2nd down. And he's fighting and trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. This is caught down that right sideline. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. Sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
They'll try to run this one in. He slams it in there, and he is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5.
Is good. Makes the score Vikings 14, Lions nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
This is a pass that just needs to be completed, Mike. The opportunity was there. His guy was open. They ran out of room a little bit there on the sideline. Couldn't quite get the ball up and down fast enough and ends up being thrown out of bounds.
He'll go left side here and complete this one. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. On first down, it's Hurts. That's down the field and intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have it. They'll take over at their own 24-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. Now a give up the middle. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now from the gun. He's got a receiver wide open, left side. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a first down. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And nothing on that one back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive. You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down. He'll drop to throw. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Vikings. They'll line it up to kick the extra point. The kick is good. And the Vikings will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. A toss, left side, caught by his running back.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
it's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go
under pressure, and down he goes, they got him.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds, but the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket. When the second he hits his back foot, the play's over. So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from second and long to third and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on third, don't be surprised if they go for it on fourth.
He gets this one complete to Reynolds. Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
Third down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
In trouble, and down he goes.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball that extra second in the pocket, and with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Let's give credit where credit's due. Defensively, finding yourself down by this much at this stage of the game, they could just pack it in. They could say, all right, this one's over. We're moving on to next week. They're continuing to play hard. They're continuing to get after the quarterback, and nice start to this drive.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's going to air this one out. That's caught! And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. He'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. They'll look to throw. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Vikings looking for 3. Bring out the field goal unit. Officially a 29-yard attempt. He'll bang that one through. It's good. So we come upon halftime, and the visitors, the Vikings, on top. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach. Thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. Yeah! They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Open man, right side. He's got it. 12 yards on that hookup. It'll be a Vikings first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll stick with him again. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
2nd and 2, you're thinking, I got 2 downs to get 2 yards. How hard can that be? Well, against this defense, it turns out to be a big challenge. They take you back for a loss of 2, and now you find yourself on third down.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now this time they'll look to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line. Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? That's in the end zone and intercepted.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going for the year.
He's across midfield, and he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It is a huge play for Detroit. 37 yards. On 1st down, it's Hurts. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Hurts will try it again. He's going to take a shot down the field. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Keely Ringo.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
Back to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
Oh, the coverage was great. They gave him no room to operate and made him pay for catching the ball. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. To the right side here, pass is caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
4th down. Here's Hurts. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have the Lions 1st down. As this defense can't come up with the play they need, They surrender a gain of 17 on 4th down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. So, 3 quarters. Second and 11. Hurts now. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Hurts. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the 1st down, get down. The drive continues. A pickup of 14 as he takes it to the 14. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. Touchdown here in the 4th quarter, Greg. They have a big mountain to climb, but at least they're technically still alive in this one.
And now, Mike, we're going to see them line up to go for 2. They're going to see if they can get this lead down to 16 points and still give them a chance to fight back here late in the 4th.
And he's going to be sacked, but there is a flag down. Not sure how close he was to being offsides. The offense and Hurts ready for this 2-point attempt. Following the penalty, he'll run it. And he gets into the end zone for the 2. So it's not over yet. It's back to a 2-score game. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. This kick is fielded in the end zone. No move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Quickly to the outside and complete. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick 1st down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Branch. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
Intercepted. The Lions take over first and 10 after 39
A first down throw for Hurts. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. His fifth catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Hurts again. This one popped in the air and intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
His drive will start on the ground. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. He'll drop to throw.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short game.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Hurts looking to throw on first down. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
A pass deep for Reynolds. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the fourth quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
To the air again. Hurts. That one going to be intercepted in the end zone if he stayed in bounds. Now the officials say no, it is incomplete. Crisis averted for the offense, at least for the moment. A near turnover there. Again, Hurts. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
This So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. And that'll set up 4th down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on downs.
So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown. And instead, the defense makes a huge stand, and they got a chance now to close this game out.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And this drive is over before it can start. It's swallowed up to force 4th down. It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And it's a good return here. He's going to set his guys up with outstanding field position. This is 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. He'll get it inside the 20. And he is going to be out of bounds. They get 22 yards there. Good for a Lions 1st down. To throw is Hurts. That is caught. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal. Very nearly a touchdown. He's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll stick to the ground. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
2nd down, goal to go. He'll run, and he'll go down, back at the 4. Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout. Stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. 2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.